Hi, everybody. Anybody, everybody. There we go. I think that's the best way to lay this out. Now, I'm going to get started, even if nobody turns up. Hello. I'm going to make a Peter Rabbit Christmas decoration using these slices of log, I suppose, slices of tree that are already cut very nicely for me, and I've already varnished them. I don't know if I should have varnished it, but I have, just in case, to kind of give a protective layer so that the paint doesn't seep through too much. I'll see if I can see if zooming in a little bit is helpful. So you're here with me in Osaka, Japan, and it is the 23rd of December, so very close to Christmas. And I just really want to make a Christmas decoration with Peter Rabbit kind of theme. So I've got lots of little slices of wood here, but I'll just get one. They're all kind of different shapes, so I guess I have to find which one entices me the most. I think I might go for this one. And I'm just going to speak and exist as if it's not live, as if it's just a kind of video, so that you guys can follow along in your own time, some other time if you like. Now, I think I want to do this little scene. These pictures have just been taken from Google. Maybe with this little background, and maybe with this little foliage background as well. This one was also very cute, so if I feel up to it, I might make two. Yes, many people who watch my videos, lives or otherwise, actually seem to watch things later in their own time. So, yeah, treat this as if it's some kind of follow along, and you can make your own or be inspired to make something before Christmas if you need last minute somethings. I've got little boots here because I'm making this for my new baby who is only 6 weeks old. I've bought him a Christmas present, just one Christmas present, and my husband has also bought him a Christmas present. And the one I have bought him is the full collection of Peter Rabbit books. So, yeah, I'd like to make a decoration to go with that. And I think I'm going to paint in white first, just instead of sketching, basically. A lot of people would use pencil to sketch first. I'm not going to do that. I can't be bothered to do that. And I tend not to do that. I've just got acrylic paint here. I'm just going to shake it so that all the paint goes down to the bottom, and use this fake palette here, which is just a piece of paper, to squirt a little bit of paint out. I don't think I need much, but the wood might absorb some of the paint, so we'll see. I'm going to try and keep everything in view for you. And it's almost midnight. It's 11 p.m. here in Japan, and we've managed to get the baby to go to sleep because I've been trying to do this live stream as well as numerous other ones for ages, weeks and weeks and weeks, and kind of sucks that I can't. I've got to use the time I get for doing other things like eating or bathing, or going to the shop, and I really want to use the time to exercise. Still, I've made the time because I want to make it as a Christmas present, but I thought I might as well share the love. So here we are. So I'm painting an outline. Some people would use a pencil to draw theirs first, but this white background has multiple uses. The white is going, I'm using quite cheap acrylic paint, right? So the white is going to make my next colors stand out more. But also I can use it as if it's a pencil outline of what I'd like to do. So it gives me some kind of guideline, doesn't it? And some flexibility. So I'm just copying this silhouette as if it's a silhouette. Hi Quinn, nice to see you. Thank you for joining. I was a little, I think it was 5 minutes later than I said I would be. I put out a post on Facebook 35 minutes ago. 5 minutes later because YouTube has the most user friendly system of adding an upcoming live stream, which is why I don't organize them in advance anymore, because I can't share the link because there's a very high chance each time that YouTube is going to mess up my prepared live stream, and so I'd have to make a new one anyway, so I try not to confuse things by making a link. And having a new baby makes it very difficult to prepare anything in advance. Of course, I kind of could if I really wanted to, such as I've gone out to see friends and things, but I don't know, it feels different if it's in your own house, you know? Different. Anyway, he's only little at the moment, so of course, taking up more time with feeding and stuff. Have you got any nice plans for Christmas, Quinn? Please do share. And I've chosen this, if you hadn't worked it out already, I've chosen this picture, this particular image, because it's got a mummy and a baby, and it's very cute that it's got a mummy and a baby. And of course, to complement all of those Peter Rabbit books, I've bought him the full collection for my pleasure and for his, but hopefully he'll keep it for all his life. Although I dread those times when children decide it's fine to draw in all of their books. So I really hope he doesn't draw in his storybooks, but we'll see. We'll see if he's a good boy or a little bit naughty. Could go either way. Can always go either way. I might need to make this mummy a bit more chubby, a bit more motherly and plump. Mummies are cozy, right? So do you see what I did just there? I just extended the white silhouette that I've created. And I think her arm is up there, but I'm going to make the image a bit wider as well by extending the silhouette of Peter Rabbit to... Oh, that's no good, is it? One moment. Let me get some kitchen roll. Okay, kitchen paper acquired. I've gone and gotten water. I've gotten water on the actual wood. Sorry, I've gotten paint on the wood, which I hope comes off with water at this stage. So I'm painting on it with water, trying to erase what just happened, because I don't really want it white on the sides. Okay, that seems to be fine. Trying to keep my cool, let it not be a problem. Quinn says, my brother and niece are supposed to come here for Christmas. About a 12-hour drive from British Columbia. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. I can't fathom. And I did a 9-hour drive this year. 9 hours there and then 9 hours back, which is a lot. But that's basically the maximum of my imaginings of a drive. That's crazy. And you say supposed to. Are you thinking something like weather or energy or health or something else might get in the way? And if something did get in the way, what would you do instead? Oh. Whoa. I just tried really hard not to say a bad word on my live stream. Ugh. You see, I did it again in the same spot. So I wiped it off with kitchen paper. I'm gonna put some water on it. I'm glad I didn't say a bad word. I mean, mummy in training here. Try not to say bad words. Quinn says, weather highway conditions are a hazard. Yeah, I bet. And must just be challenging anyway when so many people are traveling for the season. Okay, let me make this ear a bit bigger over here. And hello to anybody who watches this later as well in a kind of catch-up way. I'm hoping, because I've done it just before Christmas Eve, that some people might be able to watch it before Christmas. In which case I can say to everybody, Merry Christmas. It's my ulterior motive, is getting to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Yeah. Let me see what Quinn's saying. It's been over 10 years since we have had a family Christmas together. It can really easily happen, can't it? Especially if you chuck a pandemic in the mix. I can't believe it. I bet I'll see more pandemics in my life, but I really hope I don't. But I expect I will, if I'm lucky enough to live on some more years. I do hope so. Sorry, that seems really morbid. I just feel like all around us is evidence of the fleetingness of life, you know, even talking about weather hazards and things. Just, we got to be careful with this life we've got. In a way, we've also got to live to the max, I think. Anyway, sorry, didn't mean to get all deep and slightly morbid. In the chat at any point, anybody, or in the chat there after this live, please tell me if you have any New Year's resolutions. My brother owns a motel, so he can't get away. Okay, so who's looking after the motel? Do tell me. Right, that is the outline, I think, of the Mrs. Bunny Mummy and Peter Rabbit. I don't know her name. Does she have a name? And now I'm going to try and mix up a kind of brownish colour. Maybe I'll do this. It looks like I've got yellow ochre here, one of the most common colours. I'm just using a piece of paper like card. It's like a post-it, but not. I live in Japan, so I can get loads of really cute stationery really easily. Sorry to anybody who's crazy jealous of that. It's slow now. He might have enough staff for a few days. I hope so. That's really cool if he can get days off around Christmas. I would think that that would be a really busy time, but hopefully business is booming, which means he can get other people to work, and other people want the money, and yeah, that's good. I really hope you get to see him and your niece. That would be cool. Have you bought a present for either of them? Or sorry, made or found or anything a present for either of them? Right, I'm going to go in with a little bit of this yellow ochre and pretend it's some kind of brown-like colour. See if it makes a brown bunny-like colour. The white is still wet, but that's fine. I can use it as a method of blending. So it looks like I'm just crazy impatient, slightly, but I can blend the white and add some highlights because of that. I'm not really sure how I'm going to outline this yet. I might use a really thin brush and do a kind of outline, or I might decide not to do an outline altogether. A bit yellowy, but still looks cute, I think. And but also you can see the wood grain through it. So that's why the white is really useful, but I might have to layer up a few times. We'll see. Anyway, a bit of an experiment. We'll see what happens. My dad and I bought a couple of things from Meadow, my niece, some jewellery ornaments, but I bought her a wooden phone holder bought at a local Christmas market. I can imagine just the thing, and that's lovely. I'm going to get little Peter Rabbit's ear in here. How old is your niece? I feel like you said 11, but I might be making that up. She's got a phone, so I don't know. She could be 5 these days. Children get phones really early, don't they? I don't know when we're going to decide our baby should have a phone. Not when it's a baby. She's 22. There we go. Well, I expect and hope that she'll be just the sort of person to really appreciate a nicely made phone holder. That's good. And well done you for getting something so appropriate to her needs and such. 22. I'm 35, and I feel like thinking of a 22-year-old means thinking of a small teenager. I guess then we're not dissimilar to such at that age. I don't know. What do you think? Am I being really annoying by saying that? Am I being an old lady about it by saying that? Okay, I'm getting his little leg in down at the bottom here. Do you see how the white worked as an outline without me needing to laboriously put pencil all over my artwork? And also it highlights the color a little bit better, makes the color a bit stronger, but it looks like it will need an outline, these natural looking colors on this wood, I think. No, Quinn, that's right, I'm not an old lady, but Quinn, you must have noticed just how the internet changes language and hobbies and habits and things so much these days that it's easy even for probably a 25-year-old to feel like an old person these days. Personally, I don't subscribe to this feeling old business that so many people seem to go in for. I personally don't get or think like that, even though my body really hurts. But I've had a baby, and the baby is heavy, really heavy. Baby in only 6 weeks has almost doubled its weight, which is pretty impressive. Pretty darn impressive, I think. Right, I'm just getting some blues out here. I have to be careful when I paint the blues because I don't want to go over the white part of the dress. I'm going to put a bit of a dark blue in there as well. What's your wow about? Please tell me what your wow comment was about. And thank you very much for being here, by the way, Quinn. It's a very last minute live stream, but I hope some people enjoy it when they catch up later. Usually a good 40 to 100 people seem to enjoy the lives thereafter. So hello, everybody. Right. We've got, I think it's Mommy's arm. Baby's growing up so quickly. Oh, yes, there we go. I almost forgot I said it. Yeah, baby was born at 6 pounds, 6.6 pounds, which is 3 kilograms here in Japan, 3 kilograms. And baby is already 5.5 kilos only 6 weeks later, which is very impressive. I did not know this, but babies are meant to gain, on average, they gain 25 grams per day. My baby from the beginning was gaining 50 grams per day. And now my baby is gaining 76 grams per day. So my baby is very, very quickly doubled in size, basically, which is pretty impressive. I'm proud and confused, and I'm a mother now, so I'm really kind of sad because I can see my baby growing up so quickly. But also I live in Japan, so for other people to hear the speed in which my baby is growing is, they're shocked. They're really shocked, which is quite funny. They're like, oh, maybe all foreign babies grow this fast. Like, nope. Other babies do meet the usual averages. My baby is just, well, me and my partner are very tall. So I guess that might have something to do with it. Right. That's got to be the arm around there, but the drawing is a bit strange. Let me check the other drawing. Oh, it's very strange. It's her hand. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so her hand is, her hand is in there holding him. Okay, I've got it. That's not very clear right now, but it will become clear. I'm going to try and do some lovely delicate shading using this very cheap acrylic paint. Acrylic paint is known for being, well, it's plastic based, so it's waterproof. You can see it's got a lot more opacity, so the blue color is standing out a lot better than the white and the brown and gold kind of colors. But yeah, it looks like it's good for adding some shade and things. Nice. That's looking quite sweet so far, I think. Is there anything on your Christmas list, Quinn? Anything? This pose is very, very cute. My baby does this pose when he's eating. It's very, very cute. I like it. Okay, going to get Mummy's dress and apron in over here. Just mixing a few colours. You can probably see me dabbing into a few colours just there. A few shades of blue. So when I was a kid, I used to try and imagine how to paint and how to draw, and I would look at the three-dimensional world that we live in and wonder how on earth you're meant to recreate that using 2D things like a flat piece of paper, or like I'm using wood right now. How are you meant to put a 3D thing on a 2D thing? I could not get my head around it, and it used to stress me out because all I wanted to do was draw pictures or paint pictures. But over time you learn the depths and things of shadows and how things can stand out. So you can highlight areas like this. And then you get more grown up and you learn that your eyes trick you into lots of things. So you can create kind of optical illusions to make people see what you want them to see rather than what's actually there. I don't know if that's a bit far-fetched of an idea. This looks like it's a bit more teal down here, so I'm going to add a tiny bit of green. I'll get a dark green as well. I mean, it's up to me what colors everything is. To be honest, it's my creation. I encourage you guys to create in your own image. For example, if your favorite color is purple, it's not my favorite color, but if it's your favorite color, then why not do this bit in purple? Mummy could have a purple dress on. It's your piece of art, right? Now, I believe this can be a Christmas decoration if I put string through there, and then it will be like a bauble. That's my plan. I saw such a lovely thing on Instagram and wanted to do it. In fact, I saw it in the same kind of way. A person makes them each year for Christmas to match the storybook that she gets for her child. And I was thinking of crocheting all kinds of things, but I just don't have the energy or time. But I thought this I could do, and I found the slices of wood on the internet for nice and cheap on Amazon. A homemade gift from my mum. I may get cards from the US. Postal strike for a month in Canada. Yeah, big backlog of mail, and I think you'll find something from me in there eventually. Although probably a bit useless having a Christmas card. Maybe I sent you a New Year's card. Can't remember which I sent you, Quinn, but please eagerly await it, or reservedly await it, just in case the postal situation has slowed everything down so much that it's just not fun to wait. Not that waiting's fun anyway. Okay, this is looking sweet. Oh, and we're at the 24-minute mark. There's no time limit on this. I've previously done Inktober's. In October I did 31 different live streams that were all under 30 minutes for you to watch. So if you're new to me, I'm Kendall James, and please do check that out if you get the chance. Especially if you're interested in learning how to draw or paint or something, or you want some inspiration or ideas for how to create things, please do check that out. There's a whole playlist made, and also you can check out my YouTube shorts if you just want a quick overview of what we made ultimately. But also if you like Japan, you'll like that, because all of the images, the inspiration images, well, almost all of them were taken from my life in Japan. Now, I'm just going over the white areas because I really want it to stand out a little bit more. But I wonder if I can use a nice thin brush and try and do a kind of painterly outline. It might be a bit impossible. I'll try. And let's get Peter's fluffy tuft in there. Fluffy, tufty bottom. Okay, and a pink in the ears, but I'll just do a bit of white for now, so the pinky colour stands out a bit more. I don't know if you noticed, but I did put a little bit of gold in the brownish area. And I'm gonna highlight the top of the head over here and highlight her mouth area there. Oh, it's gonna be so cute. And highlight his eye very subtly, very, very subtly. You just got a letter from Minnesota. Oh my gosh. Dated November 6th. Wow. Does Japan have nice postage stamps? Yes. In fact, let me just go and get some to show you. So you can buy really special collections, but I think they only really work in Japan. So when I post internationally, I'm at their whim, whatever they tell me to at the time. So I think you'll get a stamp that's got nice flower or something on it. But if you want to see something so Japanese, please take a look at these Sanrio stamps. I've used some of them. And then here's some Miffy stamps that I bought as well. These were 84 yen and these are 110. So just in the last couple of months, the price has gone up quite a lot. Gone up about a quarter, a third. However, these are still much, much cheaper than all of the posts that everyone's been sending me. I'm just appalled at how much they're spending on it. However, people in other countries do make a lot more money than people in Japan generally. So I don't know what to say about that. But still, lovely stamps, right? And kind of a bunny rabbit theme going on. Here's some cute boots I made for my little boy, by the way. Right. Let's add a little bit of pink in the ears. Here. Ooh. Try to shake it down. 1 second. I'll give it another big shake here. Hello to whoever else just popped in. Okay, there we go. So as I was leaving the living room just now, where we've got our little baby sleeping, I got up and said, right, I'm going to do a live stream. And my now husband said, shh, he's sensitive to your voice. And it's true. Every time my baby hears my voice, he thinks he's going to get milk soon. So when he's handed to me and he looks at me, usually he smiles, unless he's already in full tears mode from desperate starvation, which he seems to think he's in a perpetual state of. So, yeah, I was told to be quiet so the baby didn't wake up just because of me. Oh, hi, Ginny. As in, hi, Ginny. I'm so happy to see you, but I just read your message at the same time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you at a care home with your mum, or is she at your place or you at hers? Let us know if you like. But hello, I'm painting a little Peter Rabbit something for little baby Ray. So I hope seeing that can bring you some joy and happiness. I'm going to try and go over some of the paint that I've done just to make it a little bit stronger. I don't really know if it will get stronger, so it might just be at the whim of an outline now. I'll do a little bit more down here just in case though. And I'll try for an outline. Very cute though. Now, I think I want to do some green foliage around them, just to show that they're bunny rabbits out and about. And I also need to do her arms. I need to not forget that. Okay, little mummy arms, one mummy arm is up here. I couldn't really tell really from the picture. If I put a tiny bit of blue in there, will that make a brownish colour? One mummy hand here, another mummy hand just there in front of his face. There we go. I think that's enough. Nothing needs to be perfect. It's all handmade anyway, so yeah. Looks nice. Trying to get her to mine, but it's not going well. I can imagine that struggle. I'm sorry. I bet you know all the tricks in the book, but they're not working. Am I right in thinking that she has dementia or something? Yeah, I'm sorry. That must be really, really difficult. And I think a lot of people think that dementia is just one type of dementia and it's a shame and all of that. But there's just one type and it's going to be the same way for everybody. But my understanding lately is that there's a huge variety of different types of dementia. So like being pregnant, there's no pregnancy is the same as another. There are some kind of textbook examples of things to expect, but really everyone's story is so different. So I'm sorry for what you're going through. I hope she's okay, although not great for you if she's okay, but causing havoc for you in so many ways. I do hope she's all right. But the pain is usually left with the family, I think, isn't it? My brush here is not very thin, but I'm doing little grassy areas. Can you hear my Bristolian accent when I say grassy? Have you noticed I've tried? So my accent's become really lazy lately. No offense to my American friends, none intended, but I've got lots of American friends here in Japan. A lot of Americans come to work and live here. So I copied them, not intentionally, just accidentally. So now I've got really lazy with my proper British T's, and I just say lazily kind of half D sound, and I'm not very pleased with myself for that. So a few times in this live stream, I've tried to check myself and improve it, but it might be too little, too late. I don't know. Too little, too late. There's good news from the living room. I can't hear my baby. That is good news indeed. I took him for a 3-hour walk today because the last couple of days he's been a nightmare to go to sleep. He just won't go to sleep unless you're hugging him, basically. So I thought I'll tire him out in a walk, which he does actually sleep on, but I think the fresh air is very useful. And the closeness, feeling close to someone. You're playing Scrabble to reground her. That's nice. That sounds like a good thing to do. You see here I'm using the tiniest bits of paint and I've still got way too much paint. I've still got way too much paint. Do you see what I mean? I guess that's how people speak in general, to forget to pronounce things when they're speaking casually or for so long, like on a live stream. But still, I really notice it these days because I have been or do tend to teach English. So I can hear myself speaking often, which I guess makes me a good candidate for live streaming because it's not necessarily that fun if the person you're watching doesn't say anything. So I have to be a chatterbox to myself. Bit roughly done because I don't have the best of small brushes, but it looks pretty cute. I think I might freestyle it more. I think it might look a bit better if I just do it my own way rather than trying to copy what I see. But I guess it would help if the paint would flow a little bit better. So I guess I could mix it with, I don't want to mix it with water, I don't think. Either way, here we are. Sorry, just going to go a little bit quiet while I focus on these bits. I've ended up with a big old leaf over here, which happens quite easily, I think, if you overwork something. So it's actually nicer not to be doing something like copying, for one. I like to make up my own stuff, just be inspired by something, and not doing something so detailed would be nice. But it is nice to shake it up a little bit sometimes and do what you don't usually do. Here we go. Ginny, will you see your kids or anything for Christmas? Do you have wild plans, or will you frequent the local pub? Here we go. There. Ooh. I was thinking about doing things all in the background, but I think I'll just leave it. I could put a butterfly up here. What do you think, guys? Butterfly or not? And hello, everybody. It looks like 5 or so people are watching now, so nice to see you. Feel free to chime in and say hello. I feel like I actually have lost the feeling in my leg. Why? Why is that happening to me right now? Your body changes. Changes in ways no one else can see, and in ways everyone can see when you have a baby. Okay, I'm going to see if I can find something thin enough to do something akin to outlines here. Butterfly would be nice. I saw butterfly in another one. Oh, it's an old quick line drawing I did. See? Not paying much attention. Just being loose. Purple butterfly here. I'll turn it around. What colour butterfly? Yellow. I'm very into yellow things. Yellow. Blue. Maybe bring blue up here too. Purple's not my favourite, but maybe that purple would look quite nice. What if I put the blue and pink together, will it make a purple? Sometimes with acrylic paint, you don't really know what kind of colour it's going to make. Okay, it's going to be a bluish butterfly up there. I'm going to do it facing inwards to these guys rather than copying this one directly. Okay. Okay. There we we go. That looks quite nice. Just needs to dry. Add some kind of outline and extra detail maybe. I've gone a bit crazy suddenly there. Oops. There is such thing as overdoing it. When I say, okay, I should probably just leave it alone from that point. Got a little bit of water down here. A little bit of white. Right, this okay is I'm going to leave it and then I'm going to add a little body after. Now I'm going to sort out my accent this year. I should have lovely, nice British accent if I want people to pay money for my services out here. I guess the naturally spoken English is what it is. Here are loads of crusty bits of acrylic paint that I'm taking off of the top of the bottle. I thought some of you might like to see that. I think some people really like that, don't they? Peeling off all the little crusty bits. But in turn, I've given myself a colourful brown finger, which would be fine if I had brown skin, but looks a bit strange. You had everyone at yours on Saturday already. Okay, that's cool. I guess they've all got families and things because you've got grandchildren, haven't you? So maybe it's a bit of a handful getting everybody up and out and around. Now, I really need a beautifully thin paintbrush. Do I have that? I've got a cheap, very thin paintbrush. 2 cheap, very thin ones. I kind of need shockingly thin. I could mix it with water. I'm going to mix this with water a little bit to see if it makes it just really light and flowy and try and get a thin outline. I'm sure you're all imagining this could go very wrong. Right, first of all, let me add the kind of stronger details, like her eyes, one in this way. Okay, and one down this way. Oh, that's not. And a little nose mark. Now, I maybe can also get that to blend in a little bit. So I'm using a different brush to try and blend it in. Make it look a bit, I don't know, dusty. Is that the word? Then maybe it's got a Beatrix Potter kind of feeling if it looks a bit more dusty. I don't know. Anyway, that looks kind of fine. And I'll do little Peter's little face here. Now, that one came out more dusty and looked more good. It looked better. More good. Okay. Oh, he's got little hands himself here. Little paw. But in the picture, his paw looks white. Maybe he's got little white hands. Hands? I'm sorry. I know it's not hands for a real rabbit. It's paws? Hey, something like that anyway. Okay. Now I'm going to try and add an illustrated looking outline to this painting. Christmas Day, my daughter, her husband, and 5-year-old son, myself, my mum, at your house. Lovely. That sounds very nice. Yeah, I hope I can find the right moment in time to call my mum and such. I can, but my mum's sleep and wake hours are very different to mine. and then the what's it called, time zone difference is quite big too. Right, I've got this watered down, thin. I'm trying to go very lightly so that it's a little bit painterly, if that makes sense. Almost watercolor like, even though it's acrylic paint. And apparently I can't breathe while I do this bit. So not being able to breathe means I can't talk. The mummy's nose here, I think, makes her look not very friendly. So I'm going to use the Joy of acrylic paint and go over that nose there. I'm going to erase her nose and drop it down a bit lower. So let that be a tip to those of you that didn't know. You can kind of erase her nose. Needs to look down a bit lower for her to look less menacing and more soft and motherly like. So let's see. That's better. Okay, and little Peter. Anybody else watching want to share their Christmas plans? Please do. Okay. This little Peter Rabbit. Oh, it's very, very cute. I think. Utterly biased. Mummy's hand. Can't see it so well in the picture, so I'm going to create it in a way that can't really be seen in the illustration. Here we go. Okay, I'm just trying to do really delicate little brush strokes around here. She's got her mummy bosom in there, and some, I'm going to take liberties here and give her clear whiskers. I can't see the whiskers, but I'm pretty sure they're there. I'm pretty sure little Peter's got some too. There we go. And into Mummy's hands here. I'm just going to say hand because they're personified, aren't they? Is that the word? They've got personification. Wait, I'm not sure if that is quite the word. They feel human. I think that is the word. I think that is the word. Right. Here we go. In the shadowy underbits, you can kind of do darker lines to make it look like there's some depth. And I'm going to add some depth of creases just there. I'm going to do little Peter's hand, and he's really pulling on his mummy's dress a little bit, on her apron. So up here, there's scrunch lines. And then under here, it looks like there's scrunch lines too. It looks very sweet. If the wood was sanded very, very perfectly, maybe it would look quite different, my artwork. For example, if you had MDMF board, that would make a much smoother painting, but I'm working with quite an uneven surface. I think unless he's watching from the living room, my husband doesn't know what I'm making right now. So I hope he likes this. When I said I bought Peter Rabbit storybooks, he said, in English or Japanese? And I said, in English, because I'm going to read them to him. And also, I've got about 20 children's books, and they're all Japanese. I've only got 2 English ones that a friend gave me, and now we've got the full set of Peter Rabbit ones that are English. But everything is Japanese. And I was reading a Japanese one to little baby Ray the other day, and my husband's just laughing at me. Yeah, it's not the one. And I said, well, are you going to read them to him? No, I am. So. But I'll train my husband to read the books to the children. The child. Sorry, there's not another one on the way, don't you worry. We're not having what I think is called Irish twins. Or at least not that I know of. I'd have a very angry doctor in Japan if that happened, I think. If we accidentally got pregnant again, suddenly, after the doctor's orders of not getting pregnant for a year, I think we'll get some frowns. But also, my husband said, oh, we'll just go to a different doctor. No, we're just going to be safe and sensible, because women's bodies take a long time to recover. And also, the other doctor would know because of the age of our current child. In the UK, the other doctor would know because it would all be on the system under you, who you are. But in Japan, they don't have that yet, although they are working on it, even imminently, like right now. It's kind of a thing, but it's not. They don't have a, can't remember the phrase for it, but a seamless system yet. Okay, this is looking quite cute, I think. I've got 4 thumbs up and 4 people watching. I'm impressed with that. Thank you so much. And a big Merry Christmas to everybody. I made a post on my Buy Me a Coffee account page. I don't know what we call it. Anyway, it's a blog post. It's got lots of nice video links and things for everybody to watch. So please do if you like. And that's also where you can support me if you want to, or send Christmas presents. And you can see what else I make over at linktr.ee/Miss Kendall James. Oh, look, I could very lightly add what looks like fluff. There are those 2 links in the description, by the way. Yeah, maybe I can add like a hair grain to these guys. So the brush is kind of dry. Yeah, it's a dry brush, and I'm just adding bunny rabbit fur. Yeah, that looks quite cute. And let me see, should I outline in brown or outline in green? I've got dark green here. Let me see, maybe I'll mix it up a little bit. Let me see. Sorry, apparently not breathing again. Whew. I might be back in 24 hours with another live stream, some other little craft. So you guys can have some last minute Christmas present ideas, maybe. Christmas present ideas. Must be kind of boring hearing me try and enunciate once again, as I used to a long time ago, before I got all lazy. The worst thing is I hear my really bad lack of enunciation as I speak to my partner, and I just know my partner. I just know that my child's gonna learn it, and everyone's gonna know my child has a mum from Bristol because his English accent will be Bristolian. That is fine, but thinking my child is American when he's not, it's kind of fine, but it's not true. Okay, This is some kind of dandelion. Ah, yes, bunny rabbits love dandelions, I think. I used to have a bunny rabbit called Peppy. He looked like he was salt and pepper kind of colours. So he was called Peppy. Which also means energetic, right? Okay, here's some dandelions also added in there. Whoop, just going to highlight stems on the dandelions. Not necessary, but done. And I need to add a little something to the bunny rabbit, right? Happy Christmas to you too. Merry Christmas, Jenny. Or as they say in Japan in their strange lack of what's the phrase? Copyright checking their English when they put it on different advertisements. It said, "Happy Merry Christmas." So have a happy Merry Christmas, everybody. Right, here we are. Trying to do butterfly body. Don't know if that's a good idea or not. And butterfly details. I think it should have some outlines as well. Maybe white is enough. Okay, I think brown will be better. Brown will blend it in with the rest of the thing. Otherwise it looks a bit like a random paint smudge. Butterflies can look like that, but this one is not. Okay, so giving the butterfly brown outline to try and match the others. Okay, I think that's enough. And I guess I should write "To my baby Ray" on the back. So what do you think? This is it. Here's my palette. Thank you so much for joining me. I think I've got some string. I've also got these lovely bookmarks I might start decorating. Takes quite some time, doesn't it? Right. What should I put? I should put Baby Ray's first Christmas, maybe. In brown. Might take a long time to do this. And it would maybe be a good thing to write in pencil first. Baby. My top tip, if you're not going to write in a lovely straight line, is to intentionally make it kooky. But I don't know if either of those things are going to work right now. Baby Ray. Baby Rays. You know what? I think I want to do it just with a pen. So let me see if I can erase this. I bet I can't. No, I kind of can't. 1 second. I think I should just use pen. Yeah, that's not really... I need a stronger brush, I think. My brushes are too delicate. Let me think. Maybe this part should happen off screen. I wonder. If I go in with permanent marker, it's going to change it entirely. Basically, you need to be really confident with a lot of paint and a sturdy brush. So 1 second, let me use the sturdier brush. Use a sturdier brush and see what comes of it. Right, a little bit more brown. You've just got to be bold and confident. Let's see if I can give you an example of such things occurring. Mix up some more water into this. I'm gonna use a thicker brush. Is that a wise idea? I don't know if that's a wise idea. Oy, oy, oy. But I'll just paint over everything in a totally different colour if it goes wrong. Is that even how you spell baby? That says Babby. That's the biggest problem. Babby Ray. How do you spell baby? B-A-B... B-A-Y? Baby. B-A-I. I cannot right now. How do you spell baby? B-A-B-Y. Is that right? Did I do it correctly? Is that how you spell baby? Oh God, it is how you spell it. Thank you, Quinn. God, I thought I'd gone mad. Baby day. Baby days. Let me give this some kind of flourish up here. Baby rays. First. First Christmas. Ooh, I live in the city and I can hear sirens outside. Can you hear those? So our baby is very good at sleeping to such things. Right, different kind of brush. It's a bit tricky, I think. This is a bit tricky. First. Yeah, there's a main road right here. Baby rays first Christmas. This is where I just write Xmas. Christmas. Now I can spell Christmas because my dad taught me to spell Christmas. I must have been 6 years old. That's early to know how to spell that, isn't it? Big word. Maybe I was older. No. My dad wasn't in our family home after that age, after 6 or 7. But I did see him sometimes, but I don't think he would have taught me how to spell Christmas after that. I don't know. The word baby just really looked not correct then. Okay, here's where we're going to do the kooky version just to make up for the fact that it's not looking that great. Okay. I'll show you. Focusing. Now, if you are afraid that you're going to do it and it's not going to fit in the space in a comfortable way, just do it in pencil first. Don't be lazy like me and then make everything worse. There we go, thicken this one up to bring it all together a little bit. Baby Ray's first Christmas. I'm going to put a little heart over here. And over here. And use the other end of the brush to make a point. There we go. It's not so bad. Baby Ray's first Christmas. It looks very, I made it at school, I think. But here we go. Here's the front part, which looks quite nice. Thank you so much for watching with me. Look, I just dipped my hand in the blue. That's so me to do that at the end. I'll just show you the twine I'm going to use too. Here we go. I've got a stocking for him, so I'm going to wrap this and put it in the stocking. And it doesn't matter that he's 6 weeks old. I'm going to pretend that he understands. That's mummy's, I suppose. Ooh. Okay, scissors cut. And here's a little bit of twine. I wonder if it would fit through. That way. I'm going to try and do it without a needle and thread, but maybe I need a needle and thread. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nope. So doubled it over, pushed it through, and now like this. Do I want it that way? Or do I want the loop to be the other way? Okay, I want the loop to be the other way. This is getting dodgy as I manage wet paint everywhere. Right. Yeah. Yeah, bye. So if I use slightly bad words, but they're Japanese, maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, here we go. Da, 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 da. And I've got some new live stream planned series coming to YouTube. So if you like hanging out with me, or if you're interested in crafts and art, then there's a few series coming out that I'll be doing next year. At least one, maybe two. Here is my Christmas decoration for my new baby son, who is just 6 weeks old. Thank you so much. Please check out links for me in the description, and I hope to see you in the comments and things of some of my other videos. So thank you so much. It was nice to hang out with you. Thank you so much, Quinn, for being here. And nice to see you, Ginny. And everyone else, let me know in the comments what you thought, where you are, and how you liked it. Thank you so much for your support this year, and I'll do my best to bring you a few more live streams before the year is up, and definitely get consistent with them next year, but without planning in advance because I've got a baby now. All right, thank you so much, everybody. Bye.